Oh man, allergy season's a month. But what's up, everyone? Good afternoon. Welcome to Regulars Reviews with M3 and the Sophisticated Jerk. How you doing, Sophisticated Jerk?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. You said the allergies beating you down over there.
Yeah, man. Like I can't stop sneezing, man. So off and on, man. I'm gonna be turning my camera off for the time being, man. If
I
it's
feel I
gonna
feel
keep
you, man. Get that
continuing.
active fed. You gotta get that in your body now.
Right, right. You know, gotta put those antihistamines if I have to do that, man. So, but other than that, man, we're good, man. We're gonna be diving into this wild topic. Okay, so the title for today is Reckless Wedding. Okay, black man gets the ultimate revenge after catching white fiance cheating,
Mm.
and you know it's gonna be wild, man, when you guys see this video. So uh I might play this like a couple of times, like for the ones who's like catching in pretty late. But again, if you guys are tuning in, please subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube, and also subscribe to Managed Sophistication as well. So, anyways, let's go ahead, man. We're gonna dive into this video real quick.
Earlier today, I was on Instagram looking at Instagram Reels, and I'm not even a really Instagram Reels person, but I find myself looking at Reels just a lot more often, especially like the golden retriever Reels. Anyways, this particular Reel comes up, and I see there's this guy that's getting ready to get married to this lady, and this happens.
This man caught his girlfriend cheating on him right before their wedding, and he even recorded it. And instead of calling off the wedding, he played the video in front of everyone's family at the wedding.
Everyone, thank you for coming on this wonderful occasion, on this wedding day. I really thank you for coming here to my groomsmen. Thank you for always being there for me. And baby, I love you. I truly love you. There's one thing I want to talk to you about, but I couldn't figure out the words to express it. So I figured the best way to bring it up to you would be to show you.
Oh,
Oh, was he in the right? Leave a like and follow to never get cheated on.
So you guys see what happened. The guy plays this situation where she's cheating on him with somebody else. And, I don't know if this is real or fake, guys. It could be real. It could be fake. I'm not sure. But here's something that was real. And what was real were the comments. And
all right. Before we get into that, right? So yeah, I mean, we don't know if it was staged or not, but the comments was definitely real. And before I even highlight some of the comments, what was your thoughts, Sophisticated Jerk, when you heard when you saw that?
Yeah, I thought that overall, man, I thought it was crazy. If this happened to somebody, it's definitely wild, man.
Yeah, definitely.
As far as my take, I don't know if I would have played the video, in that setting, like right there. So I don't know when he got the video of this, like this evidence of like her cheating and stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't even went to the wedding. Like if I had it like prior to that situation, I just would have called it off. Like, look, we done. I got this video. Keep it pushing. So I would have definitely came to no like event and then played the video like that. So I do think that's a little emotional right there. Yeah, I would have saved my time and my money, and I would have just been on the phone counseling some of that stuff because I know those weddings cost. So yeah, I wouldn't even came to the event. I'd be like, look, it's a wrap. Like keep it pushing. What's your take on that?
I mean, I agree with you to a certain extent, but however, I actually think that was like a chess move that he pulled. And the reason why I feel like it was a chess move is because here's the thing. I don't want to go with this black and white type of situation, but you know how like things normally will end. Black men will always get blamed for everything that goes wrong. And I think he did things at a tactful approach, even though it did cost the expense of him paying for the wedding, or maybe they put in money in together. But a lot of times, if he had, let's say, did the, did it like in a mediocre style, which most average people would probably do. Normal people, they would just call off the wedding, tell them it's over, and that's pretty much it. But now you'll have an angry woman or angry white woman in this particular setting. Now she's probably telling her family, well, we had a breakup and he hit me and he did all these things to me. He was emotionally, physically, mentally abusive. If you're doing your best to try to avoid accountability. So although it was pretty much heinous of how he did it, I mean, I don't blame her brother for doing it. I mean, she kind of did wrong, like, behind his back, and thought that she wasn't going to get caught. So for him to play that video, it kind of provide some sort of like evidence, to pretty much like, protect him in case anything were to happen, in case of any lies or rumors was being said, because they're going to believe her over him. If she tries to spin a narrative that he did something wrong, that he cheated. So, but again, I think most of us would probably just save our money and just call it off, But no one had this situation.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. But I think if you came to where it was like, look, man, here's the video, there's the evidence. Mm-hmm. I just don't see somebody like making up no story like that. I think they'll be like, you know what, I screwed up. Let me keep it pushing because it's like I don't want this information to come out to anybody. So it's like, man, you can make any story you want to soften the blow, but I'm coming to you so we could just end it right here and move forward. So I think most people, they will kind of take that as like, shoot, I don't want people to know. I'll just say, hey, we decided this was too fast or something. We're going to take more time to like figure it out. So I think they'll probably take that those type of actions versus like trying to spin it too much, because they in the back of their mind, I think they'll be thinking about it like he does have that tape. He probably got copies. So if I come out here and say something about him like that, he will release them tapes and be like, hey, look what happened, type of thing. So yeah, I think they'll leave peacefully, be like, yeah, let me shut the hell up and take this out. So, but I do see what you're talking about a little bit. Yeah, I just man, as a pride thing, I'm just like, man, get out of my life and keep it moving, man. Time's too valuable, so I'm just gonna keep it pushing, get them up out of there. Because I think like lingering too long, say like if you had that tape like 3 or 4 days in advance, and you're like waiting to the wedding to go along with it, versus like getting that person out of your life. It's like, man, you gonna be harboring them feelings, man. You could just snap if they say something crazy to you, like. So yeah, like I said, I'll be trying to push that person out of my life like ASAP,
Yeah, no, that part, like, I do like, agree to it, man. And unfortunately, like, he did it like in his own way that he probably thought that was best, but I think most likely he just wanted to like embarrass her, and women don't like to be embarrassed, so he kind of pulled that type of move. But then I was gonna say something else, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, what you're saying is basically, like for men like us, like it will make sense.
Yeah,
what I mean? If we did the dirt and a woman had some type of substantial evidence against us, we'll think like, okay, let me back off or whatever. You go your way, I go my way. But however, right, we always hear in this space how women are so emotional. So even if he did have that type of evidence, maybe she would have been in her feelings and she probably would have started something. But who knows? Yeah, I think in this particular point, dude was heavily in his feelings about it. He harbored that, and he was like, I'm going to get you back, and I'm going to make sure that you are known as this cheating slut. So,
I mean, man, it'll be tempting to go that route. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know in the moments, like people gonna react a certain way, man. But yeah, I like I said, I'll try to get that person out of my life as soon as possible. Like if I came across that, like I said, I'm gonna do it in a way where, I'm gonna let them know. Like I'm gonna spell it out in a text and email. Like, hey, look, I got this information. look, I'll send it to him in an email. Like it's a wrap. Like I'm just gonna move on with my life. So that way it's just like, man, we're done. You know, you're trifling. Get that person out of there. So it's gonna be in some like some written communication just in case. You know, I'm gonna have that those parameters built around it. But yeah, I want to go that route, man, because like I said, we're gonna break it down a little further because yeah, there's a couple things I caught in the video and stuff.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And salutes to like Marcus for tuning in, man. So
what's good, Marcus?
My brother. I'm also gonna send a link for people that might want to join in. So feel free to join in. The link is pinned to the top on Knowledge and Relationships. And then for anyone else that's watching, like on other platforms, please join in to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. Give us a like and a subscribe. Help build the algorithm up. Let's go ahead and we're going to continue the rest of the video because now we're going to show the comments that people made.
This is kind of what I wanted to deal with because that was the most important part of the video. Look at this. This comment comes from Rockator Traveling. Wow, this guy's unbelievable. Girl, you better leave. The look on his face when he laid the video. Wow. I feel like I want to throw up. So let me just deal with this if I can. This man gets cheated on. Okay? His wife is cheating on him, or the woman who's supposed to be his wife is cheating on him with another guy. He can prove that she's cheating. And they're telling her, girl, you better leave. The look on the face. Wow. I feel like I want to throw up. But wait, it gets worse, guys. Check this one out. So Mr. So Bad, he basically checks the person, justifying her act. Then Rockator Traveling responds, no, I knew she's wrong, but I prefer him to not do this. It's humiliating. First, I feel bad for him, but when I saw his face when the video was played, I felt like he wanted attention, and this is another kind of gentleman's act. So let me just kind of deal with this whole idea. It's going to be humiliating. That's the argument, right? So you have a wife you're going to marry, and she is sleeping with somebody behind your back. You have done everything to get her to say yes. You have provided for her. You're probably going to buy her a new house. You're paying for the wedding. And then you're saying it's humiliating that he shows the fact that she was with another guy. Wow, you feel like he wants attention? And this is not the kind of gentleman's act? Well, what about the fact that she's not being a lady? And see, this is the issue here. People feel like they should get to do whatever they want to do in life. And nothing should happen to them. It should happen to them with no consequence. And all of a sudden, the person who catches you is at fault. And I'm telling you, this is called no accountability, guys. Look, it gets worse. Let's check out this comment here. Ruby_Lanes, she writes, this is terrible. He's not a real man. It's one thing to feel hurt and another to take out your hunt on someone you're hurt on someone you're about to get married. Let me deal with this also, brothers. So Miss Ruby feels like he's not a real man only because he's showing what happened. Because if he dumps her, she can go back and tell her family, oh, he hit me, oh, he beat me. She can say anything. But he's going to make sure that, look, this is what you did. Both families need to know. But she's the one that's hurt him. How is it taking out his hurt on someone else when all he is doing is dealing with the truth? And again, this is the problem that men and women have. And I'll tell you, I'm here in, I'm here in Uganda. I love the country.
What up, Bruce?
What I've noticed is, a lot of times people promise you something, it's not delivered right, it's not the right thing. If you complain about it in some way, somehow you're the problem. It's your fault. Like you're behaving in a way that's not nice because you want to stand up for yourself. This is ridiculous. I'm trying to tell you, I deal with this so often here in this country, and that's one of the reasons why we have a lot of development going on in Africa that's not happening, because nobody wants to take any accountability. It's always somebody else's fault when clearly the person who said she was going to be faithful didn't do the job. So how is it that guy's fault? He's only showing what is the truth. Look at this. According to JOAO. Can't believe that this guy did this. No heart at all. She has feeling too. So selfish on his part. Typical man. All he thinks about is himself. Shame on him. Stop the show. I need to read it again. Let's start from the beginning. Rewind. Can't believe that this guy did this. No heart at all. She has feeling too. So selfish on his part. Typical man. All he thinks about is himself. Shame on him. I honestly hope she can find someone that can give her the respect that she does.
Oh, they tripping.
Sir, look at that.
Hold on for a second. You know, I gotta give a special shout outs to when the rain falls from the skies, okay? The Canadians girls are so fly. And that's why we have She Stole My Thunder in the building. So salute to She Stole My Thunder. Salute, salute, salute. She says, hello, everyone. And then Ruby, shout outs to you. Definitely come up if you wish to. And let me see. So you guys came in at a good point. So if you didn't miss the beginning part of it, the beginning part was like, you know, the black guy's fiance who was white cheated on him. And because she cheated on him, he wanted to be vindictive and pretty much show the video of her cheating. And he wanted to, like, you know, prove to her family and his family of what was going on. So, you know, that's what we're talking about. We also have Just Star Misdemeanor. So thank you for tuning in. Salute to Just Star Misdemeanor. Salute, gang, gang. Thank you for tuning in. Everyone, please make sure you guys come to Knowledge of Relationships. Give us a like. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. And definitely, you know, if you guys want to come up, the link is pinned to the top on Knowledge of Relationships. So again, just hop over there to Knowledge of Relationships on YouTube. If you guys are watching us from Instagram, hop over there to Knowledge of Relationships on YouTube. Give us a like and definitely subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. And again, if you guys want to come up, the link is pinned to the top. So definitely come, you know, get the likes up for our channel and make sure that, you know, people are, you know, watching, subscribing. But anyway, she says, hey, Ruby. And then She Stole My Thunder says, LL, Canadian girls are so fly. Who, me? And she says, salutes and salute, bro. And the panelists. Just Star says, big up M3. Okay. Thank you. And then let's see what else she's saying. She Stole My Thunder says, yes, I saw the clip of that. Was wild. I get the pettiness on his part. Well, you know, yeah, I definitely feel you. He went to a level 99 version of pettiness. Okay. Salute. So cool. We got people that's tuning in. So thank you, everybody that's tuning in to the channels. So definitely make sure you guys do it. And we also have Ruby up in the building. So salutes to the fam,
Good,
Ruby Doll.
Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all?
So what's your take on that video clip, Ruby? What you think?
You know, I did see this before jumping on this. And I feel a lot of different ways about it. The immediate response is, I love a good revenge story. I love it. And you know what? Judge me if you will, dude. I love it when people get moted. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like that, you know? I'm kind of like a hippie, you know, overall, like, love and peace. But nah, it's not even the cheating for me, because that's just the offense, right? If she had, let's say, hurt somebody in his family, just did anything to offend this person, I would still be down with it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to limit ourselves to cheating. And my other thought was, man, you know what? If I was in this man's position, I had already paid for all this shit, and I had time that day anyway, oh, I'm doing it, yo. I love this video so much.
Okay.
This is not a don't come on here, y'all, with this man versus woman bullshit. Please don't. This was a clear indication of somebody thinking that they could pull one over on somebody. And how disrespectful was it? Whether it was I don't give a fuck who did it. If you had the gall to lie and to carry out this whole event, right? You weren't going to say shit, but you were just going to reap all the rewards and just keep taking. You deserve every bit of that humiliation, bitch. I'm fired.
Shout out to Ruby.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm so irritated at human behavior where I'm not even taking my own bullshit. So I chuckled at this so much, and I try not to be a person who finds joy in other people's, I would say, demise. But it's like, man, he could have done so much worse. I don't know. I just needed to share that because I thought it was fucking dope. Thank you.
No, it was fair. No, thank you for your intake, because I'm glad that you.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
I was just saying, like, I'm glad that you definitely like enjoyed it, man. It gave you like some good laughs, because I mean it's ridiculous. Like, a lot of people, I'm for sure, like most people would have went to a more dangerous type of route. You know what I mean? Like, you putting your love into this person, your heart, your soul, your care into it, and then you find out and you watching it through like your camera. I don't know how you got your camera set up, but you're watching the action going down. So I'm for sure initially when he first looked at it, it definitely wasn't a joke to him. Like, he was pretty much crushed. And because of that, I'm like, okay, he could have went through a route where it could have led to like some type of like physical altercation. It could have led to like him doing like self-harm. But instead, he had some type of, even though he was in his feelings about it, he still had some type of strategic and emotional intelligence to try to play it off to where he could be vindicated in case if she ever tried to put the blame on him. Or he could pretty much put the exposure on her so her family would know, because maybe some of the family will look at her like she's a sweet woman. So now it's like, okay, this is pretty much my revenge to you since you hurt me. And unfortunately, some people have to do it in a way that benefits for them. You also have Marcus in the building. Salute, Marcus.
What's good, Marcus?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we could definitely hear you well.
But let me just give Ruby a shout out. I like the fact that she's always balanced, and I agree with what she said, because a lot of times, man, a lot of times on podcasts and stuff, people would jump on like the females or something versus like looking at the actions of that person in that situation. So I agree with Ruby. It's like, man, let's not turn this into some like stupid gender stuff where we could just focus on her behavior. So I'm not mad at the guy for acting how he did, like, because some of them comments, they're like coming at him like, she deserves a better guy. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Like, the person cheated.
Real.
I mean, I would have went this path because, like I was telling M3 earlier when we were breaking it down, I'm just one of them people, man. I'm getting you out my life, man. I'm not going to exert no more energy on you. You know, after I see this, I'm be like, look, keep it pushing. I got the video. Here it is. Get out of my life. You know, time is just too precious. But if somebody react like that after they got burned, I'm not mad at them either. I just want to go that route, but I'm not going to sit there and criticize a guy for doing that. I just think like, I'm one of those people, get somebody out of your life, because like I was telling them three, I'm like, if you're sitting on that video, you know, if that person say the wrong thing to you and you know these things, you could just snap. So I'll be like, look, I'm going my way. Get away from me. I'm going to protect my energy, and I'm moving the hell on, man. Like, so that's why I kind of disagree with the revenge thing. I just say, I'm like, man, cancel it, get that person out of there ASAP. So I shut up. I'm rambling.
Well, look, Marcus, let me ask you this question. Since if you could read this comment down below from the video, you can tell me if you disagree or not. Most likely, I think you'll probably disagree. But that person says, "Can't believe that this." Oh, let me blow this up real quick.
I can read it, man. I got it because I can see it pretty good. So it says, "Can't believe this guy did this. No heart at all. She has feelings too. So selfish on his part. Typical man. All he thinks about is himself. shame on him. I honestly hope she could find someone that could give her the respect she deserves.
That lady need to shut up. She gotta shut up.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Man, the
Marcus, did you
respect
catch
she
the clip?
deserves. Goodness.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the clip. I just saw the thumbnail, and then I was trying to look into it. But you guys can break it down real quick.
Hey, play the clip again, M3, because I see a lot of people came in now and they probably didn't catch the beginning of the clip. So yeah, this is wild.
Yeah, definitely for sure. All right, let me go ahead and we're gonna play this back.
Yeah, people that aren't going to take accountability well, especially when they're coming from a very biased approach, are going to say shit like that. Just had to add that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah,
especially the internet, man. All right, fair use as always. Shout out to O'Shea Dude Jackson for providing this information.
There's this guy that's getting ready to get married to this lady, and this happens.
Man caught his girlfriend cheating on him right before their wedding. Video in front of everyone's family at the wedding.
Everyone, thank you for coming on this wonderful occasion, on this wedding day. I really thank you for coming here to my groomsmen. Thank you for always being there for me. And baby, I love you. I truly love you. There's one thing I want to talk to you about, but I couldn't figure out the words to express it. So I figured the best way to bring it up to you would be to show you. Oh my God! What the? Oh hell! Oh!
It's the flowers on the face for me.
So you guys see what happened? The guy plays this situation.
So yeah.
Yeah.
but look, she deserves the she deserves the respect. Okay, that she needs to be somebody need to put the respect on her name, basically.
Yeah, according to Joe, that person, man, you crazy. But go ahead, Marcus. What's your take on that video clip?
So this is me, right? And I've seen stuff like this happen at weddings where people will do this kind of like a slideshow or a video exposing it, or they'll do like I call it the CSI case files. And next thing you know, the discovery, the deposition, the affidavit shows up. Like you got somebody right there that's an investigator right there, who could be sitting there too, watching them. But for me, right, I'm petty. So either I'll do it behind closed doors or I'll do it in public, because there's no shame in me. I'm not embarrassed. You embarrass yourself. So for me, I'm all for the pettiness, bro. If you want it, just sit down, eat some popcorn. I will celebrate this, and this is going to be my toast. I want to celebrate me saving myself from a filthy 304. She wants to be one who die with thy streets, then find to thy streets you shall return. So that's just me, right? I don't know why people have an issue when a person does wrong and you just put them on blast sometimes. I don't know why people have an issue with that. When wrong is wrong, you better own it. Just like when you know that you want to reap the rewards from it. So I just don't understand why people want to defend this kind of stuff. But I also understand why they want to defend it too, the women, especially on that side. Not making a gender, but just overall. The women that want to defend this, they usually want to move that way. They want to have a chance to move that way, and they don't want to be judged if they want to.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. So it's almost like they justifying the behaviors they might do one day, kind of like building up that. Okay, I got you.
Or just the option that they could even have it if they want it. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. You know what? I just want to say something real quick. Thank you, Marcus. I don't even see this as petty. I feel, and then something else that was touched on is this man could have reacted in a violent way.
I would have been dancing like at St. Patrick's Day. I would have been like the Irish guy. No, I would have been dancing.
He actually finessed this down to a T, and it was a case of impact. He was impactful with his message. So I also noticed that she was She was a non-melanated person, right? So you also have to, that's also a factor too. It reminds me of when I get out into it with people of privilege out here in Portland. It's like I can't react the warrior way that I want to, which is slap abroad, right? Right in daylight, I don't give a shit. You deserve a slap because you offended me. But I have to think, right? I am too wise and intelligent and too amazing of a person to be behind bars right now. And this person ain't worth it. So how can I effectively put you in your place because you need to be put in your place? This woman deserved all of that. Let's just keep it 1,000. I don't care what gender this person is. They could be a non-binary. You deserve that shit, ho. And I wish I was at that wedding.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I ran that bill, bro. I would have took it. I would have took advantage of the free alcohol. I would have got free food. I got
and I would have gave the groom, I mean the non-groom, some pee. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that.
He said she going all out.
And we could put it on tape and put it on at the reception. You feel?
Damn. Okay. So you would have had an OnlyFans account out here to.
Hey,
would have made some money out the ordeal.
Because usually when weddings happen, right? There's usually a honeymoon stage. So, like, is the Valentine's Day suite, is the honeymoon suite going to be vacated after this, or is she going to invite the other groom? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you take the maid of honor and whoever else want to come in that wedding line, and you go have a party wherever you're doing that honeymoon.
Salute, Miss Nebraska.
Damn. So y'all turned that shit to like Woodstock back in the day.
Oh,
y'all gonna be out there sipping on peyote,
order. It's
getting twisted.
maintaining order and justice.
Yeah, Yeah, y'all crazy. I agree. It definitely would have been entertainment. What y'all gonna do? I'm just like, I gotta get her up out of my life. Like, I'd be too afraid. Like, I couldn't keep my composure, man. So that's why I'll be like, keep it moving, because I'll be done snapped.
Hold on, real quick. Shout out to Miss Nebraska. Thank you, family, for tuning in. The link is definitely pinned to the top on Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. So if you want to come up and give your 2 cents, Miss Nebraska, excuse me, definitely feel free to do so. And shout out to all the people who are tuning in into the Instagram live as well too. So salutes. And if you guys are tuning into Intellectual Soapbox, give them a like as well too. Like, you know, help the channels out and build a fan base. You know,
put those likes up. Yeah, those likes up.
Let me play like the rest of the video, because there's another person, at least one person, who had at least a good amount of sense that came into the brother's aid. And I think this is very important, because we could read so many negative comments about the brother, but honestly, someone thinks that he's doing things righteously. So let me go ahead and I'm going to play this video.
As opposed to react, you're supposed to accept the fact that somebody is disrespecting you because you're a typical man. Shame on him. Yeah, shame on you for revealing the truth. I honestly hope she can find someone that can give her the respect she deserves. She doesn't even respect herself, so she can find somebody that will let her do whatever she wants and ruin the relationship and not be accountable for anything. Now you're wondering why so many guys are not interested in relationships. Look at this. The guy, Joseph Jones, stopped him, 963-8718. So that's all man right there. If he didn't show everyone, she would change the narrative and make it seem that he was wrong. Absolutely. Now she can't blame him. He could have went a truly different direction with this. Props to him. He's absolutely right. He's right. Look at this. The amount of comments defending her is kind of disturbing. She deserved that and then some. Look at this one here. Woman in the comments saying she should have just left. Yeah, she should have left before cheating on him too. Absolutely. No, because they understand, like, hey, here's the guy you're really attracted to, you're cheating with, but here's this other guy that's taking care of you. And if the roles were reversed, you'd probably say she's on the right to do so, and good for her. The hypocrisy. This is the thing. Men cannot make ladies accountable in the relationship. The only person that needs to be accountable is the guys. Okay? Is the guys. That's what person needs to be accountable. It doesn't make sense, guys, at all. And you wonder why guys are like, you know what, man, I don't know if I want to get into a relationship because, hey, long as you're faithful, but if you catch me doing something, hey, shame on you. You're not a man if you tell anybody about it. They'll tell somebody if you do it. That's the problem, guys. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk.
All right. Let's go ahead. We're going to stop this real quick. All right. So
my man's neck tilted when he pointed to the video was gangster.
yeah, man, that pose right there, man, that had me going for a minute, you know. But
we got Wally up here. Wally, what's your take on that video,
Wally?
man? Would you have blown up her spot like that, or?
So, based on this clip, basically this woman got exposed for doing dirt at the wedding, and then that comment is over here acting as if there is a mutual ground to actually say what the heck she said. Based upon that comment alone, that would have urged me to do even worse. Literally worse. What? Like, that comment alone let me look at that. I'm like, she has feelings too. Right. So she had enough feelings to do absolutely goddamn nothing. Or I should say goddamn everything, to the point where she had a moment of weakness, the shiver of the knees, to go do some nefarious shit on the side before she gets married. But she got feelings too, right? Oh yeah, so he don't got no. Okay, it was immature. Okay, you know, if that was immature, then shit me, I'm on demon time. Then I'm on 1,000. Fuck out of here. That shit would have been that same way. I would have laced a fucking. Oh man, that man
So
was in the right.
it's safe to say Wally would go the petty route too. So yeah.
It's not petty. It's called calling you. It's called putting you out in front of everybody.
Yeah, in a petty way. I love being petty. See, I listen. I respect the pettiness. I'm not saying petty is right or wrong.
Okay.
If it's petty and it's justified, it's, for me, it's capital petty. I love it. I prefer that way, because that way it's putting you on blast in a way, and I know what I'm doing. That's what, in my opinion, makes it look petty, because I know what I'm doing, because I know it's gonna expose the nature of what you're doing. So, you know, for me, it's one of two things, right? Either I won't even try to have that ceremony, and I won't waste people's time from coming over to all that and even putting up all that money for that wedding, because weddings cost money. They're not cheap, especially in today's climate, unless you want to go directly to the court and just sign the papers and the documents. But, you know, it's just one of that, or that or the other. That's it, you know. I wouldn't even get dressed up, bro. I'd be dressed up like if I'm going Timberlands with some jeans and a button shirt, just in case if someone wants to act stupid.
So you would dressed up like you going to the casino and shit, huh?
Or a fight club.
Right. But see, I still respect his level of pettiness. Like, it was like a classy type of petty, you know, because he could have been.
Because it was patient.
Yeah, but see, but I also get like what Sophisticated Drink is saying, like that right there, like it had to take a lot of hurt, you know what I mean? But you're festering that stuff in. It can make a lot of men go crazy the moment they say something that you know that's not even going to be true. So if she said any triggering words like, babe, you know, you're the only guy that I love, or babe, I'll never cheat on you. You know what I mean? Like some type of BS. Like it could have went the other way around, and he could have snapped at this point. You know?
That's funny.
Mr. Black says, I'm half petty and half black. You know?
But my thing is, like, I just wouldn't want to waste time like addressing her, man. Like, because I'm not even saying like it's petty. I understand if somebody want to do it, I ain't mad, because you know that person creeped on you. But I like say like, okay, I got that video on Thursday. The wedding was supposed to be on Saturday. I'm gonna be in the club. I'm not gonna waste my time going to that wedding and dressing her. I'm just going.
Yeah, Steven Jackson.
I gotta get that 3 or 4 out of my life, man. Yeah, so I'm gone, man. I'm moving on. I'm completely shutting that person out. I'm keeping it pushing, man. So Yeah, that's why where I'm looking at it at. But I'm not looking at it like he did something wrong though. Them people that made those comments, man, they dumb. Like, dress her. You know that she's the one that did the dirt. Yeah, I just wouldn't waste my time on those 3 or 4. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all? Because like looking at the clip now, do you think it's unlikely that or do you think she was pretty much like, I'll say a 3 or 4 before? Because people typically don't just do that.
Oh yeah,
when you're about to get married and stuff. So you think he might have missed some signs or something?
Oh, for sure. Either he did it on purpose and he didn't want to like actually look at it, or she was selling him the dream. But you know, when I look at her and I look the type of, you know, they're just the look, you know, without having to sound so judgmental, but we are a little judgmental, as I said before. But it's like I can see like the way she carries herself, the way the body looks, the way she's just there, just smiling, you know. You know, it's just something about it, bro. Like she's built like she's like OnlyFans chick or a Playboy little, like, or maybe a Hooters chick, like the way she's built. You know, I could just tell. I could just.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking about. I'm like, man, nobody just does that out the blue.
Hey, and she takes the BBC, and she takes the Mandingo pipe. So of course.
You said, she was ready for it, huh? Yeah, that's my thing, man. Because like,
she's a team player, bro. She's a team player.
Yeah, there had to be some red flags there in the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know if like we could talk to that guy in that clip, it'd be like, man, come on, man. Did you like put her on a pedestal or something? People just don't do that type of stuff out the blue. That's what I'm saying, man. He knew he was somewhat wiping up a chick like that, like trying to change her and stuff.
Bro, she's addicted to what the dick did.
Wally, am I off? You think am I tripping?
Say it again.
I said, you think I'm tripping? Thinking like he missed some red flags with that one.
He would have to think, but my thing is, even then, again, like a lot of us, we tend to sell ourselves, we tend to set ourselves our best selves foot forward. So, like, what more you want at this point? Is like, if she more likely in front of him sold a good portion of who she is, but behind the scenes, when he's not around, she was probably doing some nefarious junk on the side. So.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, see, I like the comment that Miss Nebraska put up there, where she was like, most men and women always see the red flags, but they just don't. I agree with that. You know, because I think that typically is the case. Like, I think what Marcus pointed out, like slim build and all that, and I think sometimes like some of them dudes be so infatuated with the physical and stuff, man, they start ignoring them flags and stuff. And you know, what was the old saying, man, you can't turn a hoe to a housewife. So, you know, if he kind of knew them red flags, you know, he a little bit guilty too, man.
You can't tune a Hooters chick into a housewife.
Yeah, said she came to the wedding with some lemon peppers and stuff.
Oh, yeah, some tight clothes too.
Yeah, these comments be having me rolling.
But my man Wally said he gonna put a soundtrack on the video clip. Wally, you said you gonna turn it up, huh? Put some special effects in there and stuff.
Put some Chris Brown, Jose and Loyal.
Soundtrack.
Dun, dun, dun.
What up again, Ruby?
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to say something real quick with regards to what Mr. Sophisticated Jerk said, because I do agree to some extent. That's kind of like more my vibe. If we're not grooving, then whatever's. It's nothing, right? However, it's all subjective, because a wedding, let's be real, weddings are expensive as shit. The wedding industry is going to always make it so. But also the baby industry, because it's tying to your emotions. So you're spending thousands of dollars. You're spending your investment. You're trying to change your own behaviors to prepare for this special event and this special commitment. That's where it gets deep. And that's where, when it comes to shit like that, I don't feel, aside from killing a motherfucker or like beating them up badly, they would deserve all the smoke. Bitch, you wasted my time like that. This ain't no, I met you on Thursday, I'm thinking whether we should like be dating type shit. That's the kind where you're just like, oh, I'm moving on, you know. Nah, bitch, you was going to take half of my estate, if not more than half. Like we're literally changing our fucking lives, and that's why. And from a person who's like I'm open-minded, so I'm not like, oh, cheaters and blah blah blah. That's not a trigger for me. This is a case of disrespecting somebody so badly to where it's like, what about the embarrassment that he felt? And I can't wait. I mean, I'm gonna I wish I could get this guy on my own podcast, because we got some questions. And Sophisticated Jerk, in regards to your other question, did he know? Did he have any inclination? Hell yeah. Let's be real. We can smell it. We can smell when something's funky. But also,
smell what the rock is
like, yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. And I do commend a person who can keep their shit balanced so much that they're not affected. But sometimes you gotta let these bitches know.
I agree with you, Ruby. Like, but I'm just saying, like you said, man, you're building up to go to that wedding. You know, I just understand, like, it could get emotional and stuff. So that's why I was just out here on the side of like, let me just cut ties, man, because I might just snap. You know, that moment might pop up. So yeah, that how he kept his composure like that and just could show the clip. I tilt my hat to him to be able to do that, but I'm like, man, I'm not even gonna toy with it. I might be behind bars like Slick Rick, you know. So yeah, I gotta keep it pushing.
I'll say this, right? If I'm that petty and I'm gonna be super petty, I'm gonna go all the way. I'm gonna hire like Chris Hansen, and I'm gonna tell that chick right there, hey, just take a seat right there. He's gonna come in and like, let's go, you know, let's break it down real quick. Like, so what are you doing here? What have you done with the guy, you know? And then got the text messages on the paperwork, screenshot it, taking pictures. We're gonna go and I'm gonna have that sting operation in the garage. So when she goes to the garage and tries to make a run for it, we got him. It's like that. It's like that Congress and the politicians are saying that they got the terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen,
you come with the whole team with you, huh?
A tactical team, bro. I gotta go tactical team. I gotta make sure, hey, it's a domestic terrorist. We're gonna put her on the no-fly list. Boom.
CIA status, yo.
Facts.
Yeah. See Mr. Soapbox in the building. I know he's got a good
up,
take
Mr.
for
Best?
it. What's up, Mr. Best?
What up, Mr. Best?
As always, I am.
What up, Mr. Best?
I'm always a difference maker, as always. So this is what it is. Look, man, make your best move your next move, man. Keep it pimping, you feel me? You know what I mean? That goes for men and women. Listen, stop coming out here telling people what happened in your relationship and this and the third. Don't nobody feel sorry for you. I damn sure don't. You know what I'm saying? You seen the red flags. You knew what it was. You just wanted what you wanted. That's really it. That's really what it all boils down to. We want what we want. We know what's going on. You know when somebody not what they need to be, or they not really all that, or they got some issues, or they're a little out there. We know that, right? But in our minds, we rational and say, "Oh, I can deal with that. Oh, it's not that bad." We all do it. Every human being walking around does it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, some of us are still doing it right now. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Hell, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? So that's just really what it is, man. So best thing to do if things don't work out, whether you're a man or woman, keep it moving. Your best course of action is to move forward. That is always your best course of action in any scenario, business-wise. And I know a relationship is kind of hard because you get your little feelings involved and all that. You know what I mean? But look, you got to always have that other side of you that has no feelings. You know what I mean? You got to be able to tap into that energy at any time. You know what I mean? So that's just really what it is. Your block button got to be strong. Your delete button got to be strong. All that's got to be strong. If it's not, then yeah, you're going to suffer the consequences.
I'm gonna send you that Cash App later. It was getting hot up here. They had me against the ropes.
I have a question. I have a question for you guys.
Hold on, Ruby. Hold on.
Okay.
Salute to my man Braves Hawks Falcons. What's good, baby? You know what I mean?
What's up, yeah?
You know what I mean?
Salute Braves.
Yeah, like that's my thing. Like at the end of the day, like just keep it going, man. Keep it pushing. Like it is so much easier for you in your life to keep it pushing, and then you know what happens too when you keep it pushing? There is something or someone that's right there that's gonna take its place. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. When you direct your energy into something else, yo, I'm telling you, it always works that way. I'm just telling y'all. Please believe it. You know what I mean? I don't care what you lose. You lose a relationship, you lose whatever you lose. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's somebody that you actually lost, like, they're not here no more. They don't understand you grieving or whatever. I mean, that's not, what I mean, that I understand, right? But outside of that, if it's somebody that don't want to be with you no more, or they doing something crazy, man, just let them go, man. You ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta do no scandals, nothing. Let them go. And I'm telling you, man, as soon as you let them go and you put your energy into something positive, it will turn up so quick. I'm telling y'all, man. Please take this. If y'all don't want to listen to anything I ever say, please listen to that. And that's all I gotta say.
Real quick,
Okay.
Ruby, real quick before you go. When did this guy find out that she did what she did?
That's the thing. They didn't have that information because that's why I was wondering. I'm like, man, if he found out the day of, then it would
I'm
make
just
more
saying.
sense to play the video. But like, if it was like it's like you said, Marcus, if it was like beforehand, I'm like Mr. Best. I cut ties and I'm moving on. So that was my stance.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Oh, and then Mr. Best, Mr. Nebraska, want to give you a little shout out.
Hey, what's up,
What's
girl?
up?
What's up, Mr. Nebraska? What's going on? What's going on, Cornesco? What's good?
She says
What's up, Mr. Brass?
he go viral on TikTok.
He showed
Hi,
it.
Marcus.
Oh, he did? Okay. I mean, anybody goes viral on TikTok now these days for these shenanigans.
I have a question for you, gentlemen, since I'm the only woman here.
Okay, what up, bro?
Okay, so not from the point of view as the gentleman, right? But as the point of his best friend. You're his best friend as another man, and he tells you what he's about to do before he does this. As his best friend and having your actual view that you have, are you going to be there for him? Are you going to attend the wedding? Or if you don't agree with his actions, would you just like not be there? What's your take on that as a friend of the groom going through this?
So, as a friend, and knowing that he told me the story and
Hell
what he's
yeah,
going
it
to
is.
do, I'm going to give him a high five. I'm going to tell you congratulations, and we're going to do the damn thing. And we're going to also celebrate and eat afterwards. So you do what you need to do if that makes you feel good as a man. You know what I mean? Am I going to persuade you, or am I going to say, maybe you should probably let her go? Honestly, that's not even my place to tell you to let her go. Because you already feeling something and she disrespected you. So pretty much as a friend, any woman that be with any of my homies and they disrespect them to a level like that where there's no point of return, now you're disrespecting me. You know what I mean? So, hey, go ahead. Do what you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah, if it
Anybody
was
have
All
it
right.
different?
Go ahead. Let's get it. My bad.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say, like, if I was his friend, I would definitely like talk to him and be like, "Look, man, I feel like you should go this way. Matter of fact, here's some bread. I'm gonna get you a little passport, man. Go to another country, something. I'm gonna send you on a trip. But if you want to go this route, I'm gonna come with you to make sure that like you can hold your composure so it don't get overhand. And then I'm gonna dress up as like Secret Service with the shades on, leather gloves, just in case stuff gets out of hand. We got to put in work. So definitely will ride with him. I would advise otherwise, but we got to go there. We got to go there just to, watch over and make sure, he don't get too emotional. Things get out of hand and stuff.
Okay.
For me, nah. I'm gonna tell him like, yo, we don't do no goofy shit like that, dog. We don't move like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell
Dang,
him.
Mr. Best.
Nah, I'm keep it G. That's what I do, and that's why I'm a great friend. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just tell you straight up what it is. You know what I mean? And if you still want to go through it, you go through it. But I ain't gonna be there because my reputation is more important than anything, and I don't want to be aligned with no goofy shit. And if I say something is goofy, I really, really feel like it's goofy, and I'm gonna really tell you that, like, bro, don't do that goofy shit, bro. Now, if you want, if you want to say you want to do something the legal way, like you want to kind of like handle it like in a legal way where you want to get like lawyers involved and shit, because maybe you feel like legally she was trying to do something illegal, I would totally support you in that. I'll be there, bro. I'll be a witness and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a difference. Like, if she was stealing from you or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Whatever, Mr. Nebraska. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So if she was stealing or some shit like that, and you had like proof of her stealing, and you wanted to like do that and show in the court and all that, I got your back, bro. I'll be there. You know what I mean? I'll support you, all that. You know what I mean? Hell, we'll even drive there together. Shit, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, there was some other stuff. You could, just let her go or keep it pushing. Nah, man, keep it pushing, bro. We ain't even go on that route. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it pushing. Let's do what we got to do. Let her go. You know what I'm saying? And but like I was said, if it was something legal, I got his back, most definitely. You know what I'm saying?
And that's definitely the smarter path. Mine's definitely, we all going to jail on mine. We'll go ahead and pass it to Marcus and Wally.
Yeah, I think just for me, man, I said it before. Like, listen, if you want to do this, we can do this. I'm not gonna judge you to stone, because I can't call it corny, because let's say, for example, they do walk down the aisle and she makes him look like a fool in the long run for the divorce or for the miserable marriage. I can't be around guys or husbands or people that are married that move like that, and they're like the man that gets disrespected or mocked or whatever. I can't be around guys like that move like that, that in a relationship like that, because then it starts feeding off me and my energy. So I was like, hell no. So I'm not gonna say, hey, that's goofy. It's more of, I'm all for exposing people. We live in a day now where somehow we have to shame people because they want to expose what other people are doing wrong. No, put them on blast. If that's what they get, that's what they get. You wanted to do dirt behind the scenes and you got caught. People don't like you when they get caught, because if they could get away with it, they would have got away with it. So that's just from my thing. If I were to tell them, hey, you want to do this? Fine, let's do this. But I don't want to see you bitch back and bend the knee and, be a pathetic beta male and be that guy that's never going to have respect for yourself. Grab yourself by your own fucking nuts. Be your own man and stand on it. But go 100% about it. All right? And don't have any freaking regrets of what you're going to do moving forward. But understand, she's not going to be there for you anymore, because she was never there in the first place for you.
I like that, because the thing is, let's just say if he did went through that route, but then later he took her back, to me, then I would be like, okay, like, dude, now you're being goofy to the extreme.
Oh, at that point, I'll cut that dude off.
I can't even hang out with you.
That wouldn't even be my homie right there. I was like, hey, man, you on your own that part.
But hold on, the whole shit is goofy from the beginning for him. He want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or even a woman want to do that, I'll still say it's goofy.
I agree with you. I wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
I would definitely advise against that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? All that exposing people and all that. Then here's the thing, right? This is what you gotta understand about exposing people culture, right? Because here's the thing: somebody could dig up some shit on you and expose you on some shit that happened years ago. Nobody's perfect, but I know y'all sit up here and act like y'all perfect, but none of y'all are. You know what I mean? So that whole trying to expose people and all that other shit. Look, man, certain shit, bro, you ain't even gotta say nothing about. Point blank, period. Ain't no words need to be said. We need to get back to that culture. That's the culture we need to get back to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, if he does go back with her, you know what I'm saying, then that's really on him. You know what I'm saying? That's really on him. You know what I mean? I'll even tell him in that instance, yo, don't do it. You know what I mean? Don't do it, homie. Don't.
Hey, you don't think he's doing a service though for future people in case they want to marry a person that moves like that?
No, you're not doing a service for nobody, because if somebody want to fuck with her, they're gonna fuck with her. And you ain't doing
exactly, but at the same time, there's a difference between smashing somebody and marrying somebody, though.
No, but I would tell him not to marry her completely. I would tell him don't do it, bro.
Yeah, but we're all on that. We don't disagree on that. But there's nothing wrong with, hey, look, and this is what you reap what you sow. Is the same.
Okay, so have you ever lied before, Marcus?
Absolutely, everybody has.
Okay, so you're gonna reap everything that you did while you lying.
Yeah, but by God, not by man.
Okay, then. All right. So with that
but nobody said either, though. Like if a video happens about him getting exposed, then that's going to happen to him as well. But at this moment, we don't need to move the goalpost and coddle people because of their bad choices either.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I said what I said. You know what I mean? I'll move the goalpost on shit.
Yeah, but if she did wrong, and that's it. Just exposing, that's it.
Nah, you don't have to do that. If you really stand on business and you really about your purpose, You're gonna focus on moving
Yeah.
forward. You're not gonna focus on trying to expose somebody. That's some silly shit.
Can we
That's
help
some
God
shit.
though?
But the problem, hold on, wait. But the problem is, a lot of people are not really on their purpose to begin with. So you're gonna have those type of people that is gonna really go through that route. And if you go through that route, look, I ain't gonna judge you. You do what you need to do that makes you feel happy by the end of the day. But if you feel like this person disrespected you to the point that you gotta get something off your chest, look, I mean, you could do it both ways. You could do it privately and say, look, I got video proof or whatever. Let's move on, like sophisticated justice. Oh, thank you, dear. And then you move on with your life. Or you could do it like what he did. If he did it like the way how he did it, I ain't gonna judge you. It's just what it is, point blank, period. You know? He should have already looked at the red signs anyway. I'm sorry, red flags anyways, and see what type of person that she really is. But then you're gonna have the other people that's gonna be like, well, how you gonna be for sure to see the red signs because everybody could point an act? My last comment is basically like this. Unless if we all actually went through that situation, we don't really know exactly what the fuck we're gonna really do. We could say what we're not gonna do, but unless you really been hurt, like that guy has probably been hurt, I'm telling you, it is what it is.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Because
Yeah,
ain't
me
nobody
too.
hurt you worse than the people that birthed you here. And the people that birthed me hurt me worse than anything. So I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know my character. And my character is A1. It don't change or fold for shit. If it don't change for my parents, it ain't changing for shit. You know what I mean? But the problem is that a lot of people ain't really friends. Let's just be honest. If somebody really your friend, you're not gonna let them go into some shit if you know it's wrong. You're gonna tell them, yo, look, homie, yo, I see how she moving. This shit ain't right. You're gonna say that from the beginning. Now it's up to him or her to listen to you. You're not there to change their mind, but you at least gotta say something to them. If you say that you're your friend and you love them. If you're not really on that type of vibe and you're not really that close, so you kind of one of these people that like to play and sort of be friends when things are good, and then when things ain't going bad, you ain't really saying shit, then go do that. But that ain't no friend to me. A friend to me is like my brother. My brother always tells me when I'm right or I'm wrong completely. He don't hold back no bars. Hey, best you wrong. That's it. You know what I mean? And when I try to fight, his famous saying is you wrong and you strong. That's some New York shit, but don't worry about that. You know what I mean?
So then he's not wrong then? Or is he wrong for doing this?
Doing what?
For the expose?
I already said what I said about that. I'm already past that.
But from a general sense though.
I already said what I said on that. I'm not repeating myself.
So it's subjective. So then it's subjective then.
I already said exactly how I felt about that. I'm just saying.
Well, you said it was goofy though, but you didn't really say it was right or wrong.
I mean, to me, that already sums it up. If I say something's goofy, that means I don't agree with it. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, like, if somebody's my friend, if they're my friend, it could be Ruby Dog, it could be any of y'all. If y'all really my friend, and I see y'all, and Ruby Dog know this because I've talked to her. She told me about situations. I'm like, hey, Ruby, hey, you should do this, or hey, you should do that. It's still up to her to listen, but I'm gonna tell her the truth. I'm not gonna hold that shit back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm speaking on.
IG, we hear you shit.
Never say what you'll never get.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, it's weird because, like, sometimes people can put up a good act, you know, like an Oscar-worthy performance. So this chick could have been the best host, put it down like she's like the good, honorable woman, but then when you find out later that she wasn't, maybe that's when you finally saw, oh, that's how she moves, because you know, she can make an impression on the family and friends and stuff, and they could be thinking like, oh, she's cool, you know, she's definitely wife her up. Then you find out later she's either stealing or cheating or whatever, you know. So I'm keeping it from that standpoint. So who knows, you know, maybe there was or maybe there wasn't. He could have chosen to either ignore it or not. Who knows? Maybe the people on the outside were saying, hey, marry her, because that happens a lot too.
I'm gonna just say this last part. When you have that third eye open, right? And I don't mean getting on the spiritual stuff, but it is what it is, right? You see people's vibes, yo. You be seeing it. Now sometimes we don't want to say anything. Sometimes we like, maybe it's not that, maybe I'm tripping, but we know when we feel something. Like we know. We be knowing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't care how old I get, Mr. Nebraska. I know what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do. Straight up. Like it don't matter how old I get. So with that being said, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like at the end of the day, You know what I mean? Like, if I know that something is wrong or I feel it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say something. I'm like, I don't really know, man. I even tell you, I don't really know him like that. I got to get to know him a little bit better. If somebody asks me about my opinion on how they do in their relationship, I'm like, man, I don't really know, but you know, if it is what it is, you know what I mean. I can't really tell, but I could get a sense of something if I feel something. You know what I mean? If I feel something's off, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, something's kind of off. But it seemed like she cool, or he seemed like he cool. I'm gonna tell you off top. You know what I mean? Because I care about the people that I'm around.
And I think people could skate by like for a short period of time, but I think a lot of people rush into stuff, and then that's where they could get like fooled and stuff sometimes. But if you're intentional, and I think you prolong the like a courting and dating process if you're doing it the right way. Like people can't, bad people typically can't hold something like too long. So that's why I think when people are infatuated and stuff like that, man, they like rush into stuff and they overlook like all those like red flags and stuff. And that's where they could become like naive and, they fall victim to all that stuff. But I agree with like what Mr. Best is saying. But we got to get Wally's take on that question. So Wally, what Ruby was asking, if you was a friend, how would you respond to your friend in that manner?
All right. So I'll put it like this, right? If it was me, he came to me, he told me right before he got out there about this certain thing that happened, that she was, being deceitful and everything else of that nature. The first thing I would have told him is, hey, look, it is cool. You dodged the bullet. But what you want to do right now, what are you planning on doing? He would have told me he planned on doing this, and this. I would have been like, look, let's get a third guy. He's going to report this to everybody. And me and you, we leave. The third guy's going to report this to everybody. Everybody does whatever they want. They neither stay there, get the food or all that stuff, or neither, they pack it up and, they leave. We out here. We're going to go somewhere else. We're going to cool off. And we're just going to remember that you just saved yourself from this horrible ass day right here, from this bullshit. And we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to take a nice little drink and we're just going to be like, man, look, hey, it could have been worse. But one thing for sure is, I would definitely sit here and say this. What I know Marcus has said this earlier, right? Because, again, this is like someone I said too, but, a lot of people like to put their best foot forward. And I would believe, regardless if you want to sit and say that they recognize the red flags, but hey, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I think even to an extent, if he was marrying this woman, and I would believe that his parents would be at the wedding, they probably had a conversation with the woman, and they probably saw something, and maybe they told him something, maybe they didn't. Who knows? But even then, I don't know how long they've been knowing each other before they got to this point, and I don't know how much time the parents have seen them to the point that they've recognized something or they didn't. Either the friends too. It is what it is. This whole story, as far as what happened, what went down, is very, really not really clear to a lot of things, right? But we can definitely know that there's a lot of things that could have been pointed out in the midst of all of this, one way or another. And yes, there was probably some red flags that popped up about her. But I always say this: there's almost red flags about everybody that pops up about them, and we may like them. We may be like, okay, you know what, this is doable. I may not like it, but it's doable. And I think that's the only thing. Like, whatever he saw it, he knew for himself at the time of wanting to cross that line, that whatever red flag she posed up, it was doable to him to work with. So I don't know what those red flags were, but either which way, at the end of the day, leaving and detaching yourself from the place would have been the best move. And at the same time, just leaving that message, leaving that video there so they understand why he left would have been the call. And then that's the end of the story.
MC,
Yeah.
may I respond to something, please? I got to respond to
Yeah, go
please.
ahead. Go ahead.
Let me
Please,
go
please,
after
please.
Mr. Best.
Oh, no doubt. We
Yeah,
got you.
that's probably me with my phone. But Mr. Bradsky and Mr. Best keep living. Well, Mr. Bradsky may not notice, but over the last 5 years, I almost died more than once. So that's why I say my character is A1 because I've survived death. So that's why I can say and I can stand on that I won't do certain things because I've survived death. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I'm gonna keep living. So you're right. You know what I mean? So when I say I'm A1, I'm saying I'm A1 for real. But this ain't no game. You know what I'm saying? I know I joke around, but when I say I won't do something, and it's really somebody I care about, I'm real, real serious about that. You know what I mean? And I really believe in that for real. You know what I mean? So M3 could tell you. He know my struggle. He know my story. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep,
it
yep.
is what it is. But um, outside of that, I like Wally's answer though. That I might kind of consider that just leaving and letting somebody else do the dirty work. That is kind of slick. I like that. I ain't gonna
That
even
was some
lie.
Oh
fly
no,
shit, though. Yeah.
no, but look, I think at this point you have to realize, like, I get it from the comments and everyone else saying whatever they want to say, but even for me, it's like I'm still gonna be like, look, I'm still gonna be the friend that says, don't get caught up doing something you gotta regret for the rest of your life. Detach yourself from the situation. Get a third guy, someone else amongst, like, someone that we know. Make sure they deliver the message to your parents. They deliver the message to the other woman's parents, and then they deliver the message to everyone that came, and waste their time because this one person want to be on their bullshit.
I said that
And that's
earlier.
Hey, hey, Marcus. Hey, look. Put it like this. I clarify for you.
Yeah, no,
Teamwork.
it's like I said.
Teamwork.
I said that earlier, but only because of the fact that, listen, like I said, if you want to do this the whole front way. You're also the person that, from my end, I'm not going to tell you who you can or cannot marry, because if you really are in love with somebody, I can't stop you, because I'm not going to be able to stop you. But you're the one that lives with that person. You're the one under the roof with that person, you know? So you know them more than I do. There are things that I don't know how they move or how you might move when in regards to that relationship behind closed doors. I'm just saying, if you want to go that route, go all the way. No regrets later though. And don't take her back. But if you are, I'm gonna have to step away.
I respect all those answers. But while you did have me thinking about something, right? And I like your response. Now, I mean, like I said, it depends. Like if you have like a friend that just didn't really give a hoot, and he's like, "Hey, don't make yourself look bad, brother. If you want to be the, do the tactful approach, let me be the one that be like, I object, and be the one to expose." That probably would have been a little bit more better and a little bit more safe on the brother's part, you know. But either way, I mean, look, overall, like, I don't really care about this video anyways, and we always do things like, for reaction and shock value, but realistically, it does kind of go into like, when people talk about the red flags, I mean, basically, look, man, you just can't tolerate the disrespect. For her to even get to that level, I don't know if that, I mean, obviously it had to have been his house because he had the footage. So if you already have somebody, you can have, like, maybe for work or doing some type of business stuff, and she's bringing another man into your home. My thing is, like, what have you done that allowed her to be comfortable enough to do that, to disrespect you like that? Because ain't no woman going to be comfortable enough to bring another man, especially to your home, unless you pretty much allow her to run over you in the first place. You also got to give that account too. Edward, salutes to you. Thank you for tuning in from the.
I mean,
Hey.
he could have been deceived though. Like, so I'm not gonna take away from him being deceived and him not knowing, right? So I always be credence to somebody being deceived as well, right? So I don't want people to just think that I'm closed minded because I'm not. So he could actually be deceived as well. That could happen. Because some people, they even if it is red flags, they may be completely deceived. So let me lay credence to that. I don't want people thinking like, oh, Mr. Best don't think people could be deceived. No, they could be, right? But on top of that, once he found that out, all he had to do was, especially if this is his house, like He making sure everything paid for and all that. Oh man, hey, look, it ain't nothing to put somebody's stuff all the way outside. Ah, that's a great feeling too. And
I
if you
would have
need
done that
help,
too. Not gonna
yeah,
lie, I would have done that.
Yeah,
you can
that's what I'm
call
saying.
all
Her
the
shit would have been
homies
gone.
up. You know what I mean? Y'all can put all their stuff outside, everything. You know what I mean? And then change the
Hey,
locks.
would you have served her an eviction notice just to cover your cover your bases? Yeah, an eviction notice, because I know
Oh hell
when you
yeah.
live with somebody for a while, technically they get
They have
mail there and
tenant
stuff.
rights.
You have tenant rights, so you got to do the eviction process correctly.
Yeah, it depends on the state. It depends on the state. If I'm living in a state where I have to do that, then yeah, I definitely will. You know, you can always mail that to them. You know what I'm saying? Have a lawyer send it to them, whatever. But her stuff will be outside. Oh, most definitely will
I
be
have a
outside.
question for you
Oh,
guys too. The ones that are against this man's behavior, are you against getting revenge, or is it because of the situation that you're like, nah, I'm cool? Like, so does that nah, I'm cool? Is that stem from you feeling like you better anyway, or you just ain't about that revenge? Period.
Well,
Oh, go ahead, Adrian.
now go ahead, Jerk. Go ahead. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, I like what Mr. Soapbox was saying earlier. You know, it's just like I think the best revenge sometimes, and I don't think people think like this, is that person no longer gets access to you. You know, especially like if you got your shit together, you know, and once you kind of remove yourself, it's just like typically people have patterns. Because like I said, to be so sinister and do something like that to somebody, you know, you got to be operating a certain way. Because, you know, I always try to step outside and think about like, you know, people around me and stuff, just like how you operate, Ruby, you know, like Miss Nebraska, M3's wife. I just could never see y'all doing that to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So just like looking at good females, how they operate, it's like, you know, she had to have some signs. So I think like, I like what Wally was saying. It's just like, man, you dodged the bullet. Because could you imagine if he went over that threshold with her and, you know, 10 years from now, like what she would have been doing, and she would have like drained his pockets and stuff. So yeah, I would have had I like what Wally was saying. I would have had that party and I would have been inviting homeless people in there, but like, man, we popping bottles, you know, we could have I dodged the bullet party. Yeah. So I just would have been like grateful, like, damn, I messed up missing these signs. I need to learn how to like spot those red flags. But you know what? I also dodged a bullet and that person no longer gets no access to me. I'm cutting that all the way off. So yeah, that's just how I guess I look at stuff. I'm like, nah, my life's too good for somebody like that.
I mean, now on a personal scale, like, I mean, if that was happening to me, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go through that way because one, I'm pretty frugal anyways. And
Yes, you would.
I don't know, because I wouldn't want to spend like, especially when
M3's playing that
like,
video.
like $10,000. I mean,
Bro, with the experience we have here in these platforms, you would do this shit quickly. You wouldn't even take that long. It'd be like CSI. Here we go again.
No, I'm talking about waiting for so long and putting on the wedding and spending like actually thousands and thousands of dollars just to expose someone. I could pretty much like do it for free, but without having to go through the whole.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant more of the slideshow and the presentation. You know, like make it colorful, have some music and some glitter and shit like that.
I mean, shoot, you can make it like a music video out of that stuff, right? And post it like on YouTube. You probably would get strike down though, but still. But I want to like go through like, you know, the whole process of spending my money for the wedding, because at that point is worthless. And then as far as like with other people, if I know other friends not really about that life anyway, and then they tell me about some type of stuff, I probably would be like, hey, you already know you ain't gonna do it. It ain't even worth it. Do it in a better way where you could actually expose the person, but keep your nose and your hands clean at the same time. I'm all about doing that where it's like you could get your revenge, but just make sure you look yourself. You make sure that you look good at the same time. Where it's like nothing really happened on your part, even though they already know that you had something to do with it. Because again, the person's in your house. I mean, whatever. But,
yeah, if you're looking like that chick from Fatal Attraction, there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look like that chick from Fatal Attraction. You know, cooking a cat and shit.
Yeah, my thing is like, don't go out of character, man, over like a chick that don't really love you to begin with. Anyway.
Don't look like a crazy woman, basically.
don't look like a crazy woman. Don't look like a crazy man. I will tell anybody, look, don't go crazy over someone that didn't love you to begin with. Because again, if you rewind to what Mr. Best said in the beginning, while some people are still chasing after certain people for validation or love, I mean, I'm adding that part to it, but you still have somebody else that could be waiting for the finish line. Look, people don't understand this, man. I know some people probably don't really believe in God or whatever, right? I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there as a disclaimer, right? But people don't understand, man. Like, God's gonna really bless you if you're the type of person that you could just move on from a situation that was so dire, even if you really wanted to do something so horrendous, or even if you wanted to really crawl and beg this person to take you back, even though that person don't even deserve it. Dude, there's plenty of women out there in this world, in this earth, that's going to treat you better, just like there's plenty of men, excuse me, that's going to treat a woman better. But you gotta be the one that's going to be open, like, you know, for that. A lot of people, like, you know, they get into these situations and now they want to blame the whole entire, like, species of why they're so bad, why dudes are so bad, why women.
Yeah, he broke it down to the science. He said species.
Yeah, I'm doing that, you know, because I like to break down the psychology of people. At the same time, I'm gonna troll and have fun or whatever, but again, in the real world, man, like, it's a lot of energy that's being wasted. Don't waste your energy on that petty little chick or whatever. Spend most of your time into someone, right, that's actually gonna love you for you, and it's gonna be easier.
She gotta have
like,
a sister with a body like that.
Marcus said, "You going for the family members, huh?"
Wow.
Straight for the jugular.
Wow. But no, I mean, I wouldn't, to answer Ruby Doll's question. You know what I mean? I wouldn't seek revenge, because when you seek revenge, I think it's an old Chinese proverb, I think says this: those who seek revenge need to dig a grave for themselves and the person that they seek revenge on. You know what I'm saying? So when you put the energy out there, it doesn't just stop at that person. It never does. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way energy is. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
salute.
you know what I mean, I'm gonna put my energy, you know what I mean, into something that actually, salute to, I don't know, Paulo Fessa. You know what I mean? Hopefully I'm saying it right. But
Yeah, that's Paulo.
yeah, I'm gonna put my energy into something, you know what I mean, that's actually worthwhile, into someone that's worthwhile. You know what I mean? And my best course of action is to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And once I move forward, I already know. You know what I'm saying? I already know, you know what I mean, how that's gonna be. The rest of Tessa joint, we did a pre-record about that, me and them three. You know what I mean? When we shared our on the rest of Tessa stuff. I just feel like in that situation,
Okay.
yeah, in that situation, sis should just move on. She says it's her ex-husband. She says she moved on. She said that, you know, she's not with him no more. Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you know, she met somebody online. When you meet somebody online, you meet somebody over the internet, you gotta kind of expect anything. I keep telling y'all that. When you meet people over the internet, you gotta expect anything to happen. Okay? All right, you gotta expect them to have
Here we
an
go
extra
again.
finger.
CSI.
You know what I mean?
Met her on Rumble. Tinder.
Yeah. She may, you know, you meet somebody on the internet, they may have an extra ear, extra finger, you know what I mean? They may, you know what I'm saying? It could be all types of stuff going
Extra
on with
bank
the internet.
account, extra savings,
Yeah.
extra offshores account. Let's go.
Yeah. A whole bunch of stuff be going on. But that's how the internet is. So when you meet somebody on the internet, just be willing to expect anything. Don't fall in love just because something, you know, they do a couple of nice things for you. So she already just, you know, because she really want to be in love. I can tell she want to be with somebody. She really wants to be in love, and she wants to be loved. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with her seeking love at all. But when you're seeking it from the internet, you gotta expect anything to happen. So I think she should try to go a different route in seeking love, or try a different website. Try a website that's really, really based on love, and really based on trying to find somebody. That Facebook dating and all other stuff that y'all got out here, and all them other crazy goofy apps they got out here, they ain't doing nothing but trying to smash y'all or trying to find somebody to live with. That's about it.
Straight up.
I got a great question for y'all. Yeah. And Ruby, you got to pull back up for this question when you get a chance. So, say you were the parents of the daughter or the female that was like doing the cheating and they played the video, how would you handle that situation?
Wait, say that again. Sophisticated Drake. You said that was your daughter that did the cheating?
Yeah, and they played the video there. How would you handle like that, the after effects of that? How would you handle that situation? Like my man played a video and that's your daughter, and you're like, oh shit, you're looking at that. How would you handle that that situation?
Damn, I would. You know what? I'll go first real quick. I would have had to look at her with some disappointment, because I'm like, here could have been your chance to find somebody that could have held you down, that could have protected you, that could have been, you know, the husband for you, that was willing to do everything for you. Maybe he had a good job, good career, he was a good guy, you know, defend you and stuff like that, defend your honor. And usually when the parents usually pass down the daughter, it's because they agree to their marriage, because they rock with the guy for the most part, you know. So clearly they were there in attendance from what I'm looking at from the video, unless that was somebody else she was smashing. Yeah. But you know, that's how I would have took it. I just took it like, damn, I guess I'd have to look at her with some disappointment, and that's all I can say.
Okay, guys, 1 second. We do have a guest. Let me make sure this guest is legit. Metal Made Man, if you can, behind the scenes, just turn your camera on, give us like a thumbs up. Okay. All right, you're good. How you doing, man?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
that's good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry. 1 second, Marcus. Were you finished talking? My bad.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, that's honestly all. Like, I can't even have words anymore, because at that moment, it just, the look will say it all. If I'm raising my kid, the look will say it all, and I won't even have to say much. If anything, we'll have a talk back at home or some shit, but that's about it.
Okay, for sure. All right, appreciate it.
Okay, right, Ruby.
So
did you catch the question, Ruby?
Nah, I just caught the invitation. I was like, all right, I'm coming back up. What's up?
All right, Ruby. So if say the guy played the video and that was your daughter, and you were at that wedding, how would you handle that situation?
I think I have an idea of what I would do. I don't know for sure, but I think I would be just as embarrassed. And that's the thing, like when families come together, and shout out to my Polynesians that are in the chat.
Shout out to
we
Paulo.
need more Polys up in here. So, like when it comes to, let me put my own perspective on this. When families come together, we believe that you don't just marry that person, you marry that family. Westerners ain't gonna understand this. Western culture isn't gonna understand this, but the honor and the significance of it is great. So yeah, you're gonna shame your whole family if you pull some shit like that. Also, just to be devil's advocate, the family of the groom could have been severely embarrassed by it. Just because I'm over here rooting for him, because the natural human instinct of me is just to be happy that you get what you deserve. That's just what I feel. However, it's like you are taking a gamble by demonstrating such things, and you are going to embarrass more than just that person, to keep it real.
That's a good point.
Right.
I didn't even think about his family either.
Cool, man. Good,
all right, Wally.
Oh yeah, Wally, go ahead.
All right, so real quick, because I know I didn't get to answer the last question plus this one, but we're starting with this one right here. So pretty much like I said in my scenario, right? Once the third guy or the third best friend, whoever, comes out with the news and tell both parents, and then he shows the video of the evidence of this tragedy that has occurred, if I'm the father's daughter, I would have stepped up to my supposedly soon-to-be stepson and father and shook his hand and said, I'm sorry for what for what happened here. And sorry for the disrespect. Also say sorry to, my family members for taking them out here, knowing that this disappointment within our family has arrived in the most worstest way. Because you would never think the worst of your own child unless magically you knew. Because of course, like I said, I don't know how the situation happened, but I think that would have been the right play for me. Like it just be able to just say sorry to the families and to the people that came. Extend a handshake to my soon-to-be stepson's father for the disappointment. Also saying sorry to his mother, and then to avoid any more embarrassment, get us home.
I would just disown her and.
Oh no, yeah, that would definitely come around, but I don't want our people to, I'm just saying, I don't want people to just waste their time, especially now that you see the video and everything else. Like, let's just get this over with because it's already disappointing as it is.
Right. If three, how you said you would just disown her?
Yeah, I'll just disown her ass, man, and just keep it moving.
Sharia law. He straight up said Sharia law.
Oh yeah, can I ask you a question real quick?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Ruby, what was the question you had before you left off the panel? Because now everyone say this.
Who, me?
Yeah, the question that you had before you left the panel.
Stop it. About the revenge?
Yeah.
My thoughts were for those, because Mr. Best was very adamant on his stance against the groom's action. So my thing was, are you against just him doing the, carrying out his revenge that way? Or is his stance on, I wouldn't have handled that way, I wouldn't have been okay with it, just because you believe that you're of too much importance for that? Does that make sense?
Right,
so it's
right.
like, are you against revenge, period? Or you just wouldn't do that because you just feel like you're above that?
Right. So this is pretty much leading to what I said in my first comment to leading to this one, right? The fact that I already told my mans, like, hey, look. Ooh, okay. The fact that I told my mans, like, hey, look, detach yourself from the situation overall and, get out and do whatever you got to do. Like I said, I don't care how he chooses to go by it. It is what it is, if that's what he chose. But if it was me, and I know he told me, and then, I'm influencing his choice now more than ever, then I would have definitely been like, hey, look, move on. Because guess what? The fact that you found out that she was cheating, you have better things to come. You have better things to come. Just know that. You have better things to come.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me just respond to the question I asked. Yeah, because it's funny. I was thinking about that. I'm like, damn, how would you handle that as the parent? And man, I would have went up to the guy and be like, hey, I apologize for my daughter being a 304. I'm going to pay for all this. And then I would have left and I would have been on some M3 stuff. Like you're disowned from the family.
Jerk would have been like, put it on M3's tab.
Y'all are harsh. See, that's harsh. That disowning thing.
Yeah, you're done at that point. Like the evidence came out like that. I'm like, hey,
Ruby, real quick though, Yeah. Anybody here that's on the panel, when your parent or that person that you look up to, that you have so much respect for, but they give you that look of disappointment and disrespect and disgust, sometimes, not saying anything hurts just as much, if not more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for me,
keeping them accountable.
Yeah, like I'm keeping her accountable, but kind of just displaying that level of like, I'm disappointed, disgusted. I thought I raised you better without even saying it. Because at the moment, I'm only saying that answer for myself because trust me, I could be like jerk. I could go off on you, but right now I'm gonna collect my thoughts, and then later, whatever happens, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna wreak fucking havoc.
Well, I'm glad to have something that I totally disagree with you guys on. I would be embarrassed, but I don't think I would disown my child for that. Like, it's still like their journey to walk on. You feel me? Now, it's just for this category. Now, if it's anything heavier than that has to do with me, because I feel like if you cheat on your partner, that's more like you're bringing you're bringing shame on yourself. You doing this and carrying out all this and involving the family, yes, you are bringing shame on the family. So there's these layers, but I just personally wouldn't get that involved with it. I'd be disappointed, but I wouldn't disown nobody.
Yeah, I'm glad we could fairly disagree on that
I'm
part.
sorry, Ruby, but the beheadings will commence.
Look, I'm gonna put it like this, and I gotta get to Metal Man because he's been waiting. But look, man, in the Marion family, we don't raise no 304s. Okay, we don't raise no punks, we don't raise no suckers or whatever. I don't even raise my birds to be 304s like that. All right, so
they're classy.
Of course, well, they try to be, but I can't say about like the the Merc part. But other than that,
metaphorically, I mean. I said metaphorically, like metaphor.
Yeah, of course. But other than that, right? And I don't have no kids, of course. But other than that, look, man, I can't live my life right just knowing that my metaphorically daughter did such like a heinous crime like that. You know what I mean? Like that to me, it just burns my soul, and it breaks my heart. Would I go out my way like sophisticated jerk and pay for a wedding? Hell no, I would not. I'll just get the hell out of here and I would just disappear. Forget all that. But he, you're a noble man than me, bro.
Hey, y'all seen 22 Jump Street when Ice Cube is sitting down there in front of Jonah Hill after he finds out he's dating his daughter? He's like, "Where's the fucking waiter at? Give me a fucking, give me some wine, give me some water. What do you got, rationing around here?
Yeah,
give me some vegetables and meat."
Oh man,
M3 said he ain't paying. You said you just giving some apologies and you dipping, huh?
I'm like Neo, man. I'm fading to the background. All right, so. Look, that's gonna be gone, man, for a minute.
Fuck that. He sees me come in there like Agent Smith, and I'm like, Mr. Anderson.
Right. Metal Made Man, right? I know you're the one that's from Twitch that you had a story that you want to share. Now, hopefully the story is kind of relevant to the topic, but I'll give you maybe 2 minutes to share your story if you don't mind.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
nice
so
to meet
so basically, this, I mean, I think it's relevant to your topic essentially about women using you. I had someone come into my life last October. Basically, she used me, abused me, and everything else in between. Financially taking advantage of me, mentally, physically. It became so much for me that I tried killing myself. Jumped off a roof.
Oh, wait, hold on. We have to stop you real quick. YouTube is very uptight when it comes to words like that. You can just say self-harm though, but don't be too descriptive.
Okay. I tried offing myself essentially. Yeah. I tried offing myself and broke a few ribs. The day after, essentially, this woman that came into my life, she started telling my friends that I was faking it, basically. And this woman I called my best friend, essentially, that I was faking it. And that started a breakdown of my relationship with her that resulted in both of us calling the police on each other. And I reported her for domestic abuse, but it became to the fact that my mental health is now ruined. And it really became nasty for each us. I spent so much money on her, and I literally did everything for her, but she basically treated me with absolute malice that it has destroyed me as an individual. And right now, I literally have no direction in life, and I cannot for the last 9-10 months I've been fully traumatized, and 24/7 I just think about her. And it's just the story is quite bizarre, really. It's the meeting of extremes, I would say. A person with extreme self-doubt and self-hatred meeting a person with extreme narcissism and such. And it really ruined both of us. No, it really ruined me, not her. She's happy off her tail, essentially. like she's happy and going on in her life. But I just like, people told me that in the end that they'll think that she's in the right, mainly because I wasn't telling anyone what she was doing with me, or that she was taking so much cash from me. But it's just like, it's a very long story, to be honest.
I
But,
get you.
yeah.
Let me
That noise.
that's
Bass?
noise that's coming from yeah, that's the noise coming from his mic, I believe. Okay,
So
let me just ask you a few questions real quick.
But
Where you
real quick, M3, let me just say something to him before you ask him questions.
Oh yeah, sure.
Metal Made Man, thanks for sharing your story and stuff. Man, we definitely feel bad for that situation, but the fact that you came out of that and you're here talking to people, I think it says a lot about your character, and you're getting around that. So don't ever think like you're not worthy or nothing like that. I think as like men, sometimes we do get attached to people, but it's just like, man, you got to find that like value within yourself where, there's going to be somebody out there that's going to treat you good. Cause I think sometimes like we all been through a situation where, somebody did us dirty, whether you're a male or a female, but it's just like, there is good people out there, and it's just like, you're going to find that person and stuff. So I just wanted to say that to you. But like I said,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here and you made it through that. So thanks for pulling up and sharing your story with somebody, because it could help somebody else out. So I just wanted to say that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me.
Hey, real quick, M3, hey, mind me asking where he's from? What's your name again, sir?
That was the question I was going to ask him.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump you like that. My bad, bro.
No, you good.
I live in the UK.
Okay, nice to meet you. Oh, fish and chips. I got you. Fish and chips.
It's more curries nowadays, to be honest.
Yeah, we got to share a pint one of these days. All right, got to share a pint.
Yes.
Shout out to
got
the
you.
family that lives out in the UK. We got Just Star that lives in the UK. We got Simon Hegdet that lives in the UK. And we have another person that's coming up, Paulo Fisher.
Paulo, what's good,
How
man?
we doing, family?
Paulo Fisher, man.
Pretty good. Let me put you next to Ruby real quick. There we go. Shout out to you guys, man. Salute. Before I get to you, Paul Fisher, Metal Made Man. Again, man, thank you for sharing your story. First and foremost, right? In all seriousness, like, I'm glad that you survived from what you try to do. And, I know like we probably can't give you like the best advice, of what you're going through. But the only thing I could say is that like, it's really worth like to keep on living. The thing is, man, like I'm for sure everyone probably went through a certain type of heartbreak. But the thing is that like that person that you was with didn't really mean you any good anyways to begin with. And if anybody else could probably share, like, feel free to do so. But, life is definitely more precious, and you got to just keep on like, living life to the full, to be like the best self that you could ever be the best version of yourself. Because while that particular woman think that she probably got away, or she has no remorse or no feeling whatsoever, she's always going to get what's coming to her. You know what I mean? But you could probably find someone else that's going to be better, that's going to love you for you. And that's all I got to say. But Paulo Fisher, like, salute to you. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. Look, I came up here because I heard, is it Middleman? Middle-made man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, middle-made
Yes.
man. Look, I'm in construction in New Zealand, have been for the last 10 years, and almost all of that has been dealing with similar stories. So men without direction, relationship breakdown. And one of the things that we do in terms of approaches, getting back to health. So you're saying you don't have any direction. What we do is a full blood panel with a lot of these guys. And the reason for that is your hormones are shot just shit, especially going through an experience like this. And you need to start there, because fundamentally well-being starts with being well. So if you want at least something that's tangible, get to your local doctor, order a full blood panel, get your hormones levels checked, and get them onto baseline. I guarantee you, out of the last 7 years of guys who've done that, they've gotten back to baseline in terms of their dopamine system and how that's changed their mental health without even the things that we typically go towards, which is seeing a therapist, going through those programs. So if I hear this saying is, I've heard it so many times in the experiences that men have come through, I have no direction anymore. The people I thought that was meant to be for me, or the woman that I was meant to be with, turned out to be the completely different being than who I anticipated to be. And now I have no direction because she's now off living a life that is perceived to be good. So if I can offer any words of endearment, brother, please look at, go to your doctors, get your health checked, get your hormones levels checked, and put a plan in place for you to get back to baseline. Start there first if that can offer you at least some sense of direction.
And make sure you get a physical. Make sure you have a pair of nuts still.
Thank you.
Okay. Appreciate it for sharing.
And Metal Main Man, like one thing I always tell people to start doing is just like find different things that's like productive to keep your mind busy. Cause like I think one thing with men, where we're not either like I'll say doing productive things, that's where your mind starts gravitating towards like negativity and stuff like that. So I always tell people like, hey man, hit the gym, you know, find something like YouTube or something if you want to start creating videos, you know, to get outside or something, you know, find something to do. Jump on panels like you're doing now. Come tap in with us. You know, we on Will Nakuzi's channel on Thursdays, we got like a thing, Masculine Mindset, where we talk about like standards and stuff. I come over here to Knowledge of Relationships because they're good people where, you know, we try to have talks like I know one, what is it, Tuesdays, M3, where you guys talk about like mental health and stuff like that, you know, and people share stories, you know, like you did with us, you know, like, hey man, I went through this situation and stuff. So, you know, we could start as guys. I think a lot of times we always have to come with that machoism and stuff, and we're scared to share stories and stuff. And it's just like, man, everybody's human and stuff. So it's just like, start tapping in, you know, with us. We could shoot you some of the links to the channels and stuff. Cause I think sometimes, you know, we need to start talking. Cause, you know, once we get a certain age, you know, you're just going to work, and you kind of lose some of that socializing and stuff. Cause, you know, everything's just so fast paced. So yeah, just start keeping yourself busy and tapping in with us and stuff. So you're always welcome to pull up here and stuff. But yeah, I think Paulo offered you some great advice. Like definitely get that panel and stuff. So I'm glad Paulo pulled up.
Just want to add on to what Jerk was saying. My bad.
No, I was gonna just show this out real quick. I'm gonna just post this link into like the chat. So for the ones that are like, you know, tuning in, or you don't know like, you know, where to really find us. Again, like we're Knowledge in Relationships. We're on like, you know, YouTube. You see us like on Twitch, and then we do like simulcasting, like, you know, with the intellectual like soapbox. But if you guys again, like, you know, just follow like this link. I just posted like on all the channels. Click on the link, Knowledge in Relationships. Click the subscribe button, and then hit the notifications to all, because when you do that, and I'm gonna make sure I do this real quick, you guys. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Give me about a second, because when you guys do that, you'll be able to get notified, like, you know, when we do go live. And it's important. It's important to do so, in my opinion, because like you click to the live tab, you'll see like all of our streams that's going up there. And like on Tuesday nights, me and another host like named Stan, like we do talk about mental health topics like for men. So things like that you're going through, we would definitely love you guys to come back to the show so we could have like these mental health like discussions, because it's important, man, for all of us as men to pretty much like, you know, be accountable to help other men out, because the world don't really care about us like that. Let's just be like 100% honest. And so we gotta do like our due diligence to make sure that, you know, we become our own brothers keepers and actually look out for each other. So hopefully I get the chance to see you back again, Metal Main Man, and again, just subscribe to us like on YouTube. That's pretty much it. But go ahead. My bad.
Yeah.
I just wanted to quickly add on to what Jerk was saying.
Mhm.
Facebook has this wonderful tab called Events. If you ever find yourself stuck in finding things to do and occupy your time, go through Facebook. There's a tab there called Events. And what those are basically localized to your area. Different events, farmers market, race show, car show, whatever it is. Go through that tab. That's something that you can quickly add on to your toolbox of dealing with your mental health, and just start going to these things. It gets you outside of the it gets you outside of your own mind. Start interacting with different people. You start seeing different scenes, and it gets you outside of what it is that you're stuck in, and you start seeing the world in very different ways. So the gym is definitely one of those things, but if you're ever struggling to find anything tangible to go to or to occupy your time with, start with that Facebook tab, Events.
Cool. Now, guys, I know it's almost like the 2 hour mark. We're about to get ready to close out soon. Sophisticated Jerk, do you have anything you wanted to add into it, or any questions?
No, as always, man. I just always love hearing people's different perspectives, and I love the fact that we got people from all around the world. So like Paulo, I talked to him quite a bit. He's coming out of New Zealand, and always has a great perspective. And then now we got
Shout out
Metal
to
Main
Lord of the
Man.
Rings.
And now we got Metal Main Man up here from London, sharing stories. So I think this is like, building that coalition type thing. And, we use a lot of entertainment sometimes to like flesh out like different storylines and stuff. So we could kind of highlight behaviors and stuff. So yeah, I think a great topic. And I like how Paulo came up with that input, because so, sometimes people don't know, but that's why I think the beauty of YouTube or any of these platforms, when you do it the right way, man, somebody could come in and have that answer for you, so that I love the fact that we were able to do that. But Metal Main Man, what's your IG? Because I would love to hit you up, because like I'll do movie reviews too. So you're more than welcome to tap in with us in multiple things and stuff, and start sending you some information, because you survived for a reason.
Yeah, thank you, really. Thank you very much, guys, for saying all of that stuff. Do you guys hear an echo, or should I?
Good.
No, you're more clear.
Okay, yeah, because I was wearing headphones. Now I'm just on phone. I think it's better now. Yeah, the thing is, thank you very much, really, guys. But yeah, as I said, the story is a lot, but it's a bit more complex for me, essentially. It's a lot more complex, essentially, mainly because of the fact that people kept warning me that this was a bad person, and I refused to hear them. And it just bit me like I enabled a monster on other people. Like I actively enabled a monster, and the monster bit me back. It's that kind of deal, essentially. And I'm just paying for the consequences. So it's not just she took advantage of me. I'm paying for my own wrongdoings, basically, or enabling a monster, essentially.
And that's a good point, because that's why I was trying to highlight, because a lot of times we do like ignore certain things, and we'll pull things into our life that's worse for us. So that's why one of the things we harp on with Paulo and I on Thursdays, and some of the other guys that's over there, is just like, you got to like go after somebody that actually likes you, and then that has the characteristics. I think sometimes as men, we're all guilty of it, where at some point where we're infatuated by looks or something like that, and we overlook the people that's actually good and that'll be healthy for us and stuff. So I appreciate you even saying that, because most people like don't take accountability. So accountability is that first step, what you're doing right now, you realizing that. So that's going to even put you in a better state.
Real talk. Well, yeah, man. Guys, we're about to get ready to wrap it up. But again, anybody that has like an IG in the private chat, feel free to post it inside, and we could definitely reach out to you guys again, or Metal Main Man and the rest of you guys, like just just hit the subscribe button and notifications, and then when we do go live, we'll definitely bring you back on. Okay, Melvin, man, I see your IG, so I'm gonna follow you right now, all right, if you don't mind. But okay, cool. Anybody else have any last closing comments? Or are we good? Oh,
yeah, we're good.
All right, Dan, for sure. I'll make sure I got your Instagram right. Okay. All right, cool. So Metal Made Man, I just sent you like a request.
Thank you, my man. Thank you.
No problem. I go by on IG. I go by Oakland _ artist 84. But let's see. Big Rick Slap, salutes to you, man. Salutes. Thank you for tuning in.
What's good, Big Rick?
Thank you for tuning in as well too. Big love, gang. Again, man. It's all about helping each other out, fam. No matter what, having fun, helping each other out, man, and just providing blessings to everybody. So, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships Reckless Reviews with M3 and the Sophisticated Jerk. And yeah, stay tuned, man, for like another topic, man. So, we stream live together like Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think the next topic, you guys will definitely is gonna love it, but at the same time, some may get triggered by it. So I'll just say it like that, man. Anyways. Big shout outs to everybody that tuned in. Marcus, salute. Lola Man, salute. Wally, salute. And definitely Paulo, salute as well too. And again, thank you, Sophisticated Jerk. And we are signing out. Peace, everyone.